Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we are going to do a solo Nightfall run of the Arms Dealer. Now, as always, just to, preface this one, this is more of a survival, understanding where the locations are, good strategies to get through certain areas, and overall just kind of surviving a solo run. You can take these into a group, probably be even more efficient than I am, probably a higher score as well, but in general this is a survival, understanding walkthrough of the solo Nightfall for the Arms Dealer. And if you take this into a group, have fun, and you'll probably kick my score's butt. But let's take a look at my build. Running Titan Striker. Just the double grenades are good. And especially the Striker Super is good for clearing groups of enemies, so it's kind of helpful in multiple rounds. But those pulse grenades are just really solid to throw at some of the tanks that are in there, throw them at the boss, let them pulse and hit them quite a few times. Better Devils, a good old one. If you have not picked up Vigilance Wing from Zerb, make sure you do it as well. Again, it's the week of 420, or the weekend of 420, I should say, so definitely do that one if you haven't. And then Manon, an Arc Scout rifle, while some of the Centurions do have solar shields, actually is probably more beneficial for the vast number of captains that are throughout the strike. The Centurions are only red in the end, so they're nothing you have to really worry about dropping a powerful shield. So I think it's kind of fair to do this one and use Better Devils or Kinetic to drop the final amount of health. Works pretty well. Finally, we've got Curtain Call going on, so that one is going to be just a good old explosive rocket launcher. Works fairly well for that stuff. Put that aside. Crest of Alpha Lupe for my exotic armor as well. But let's go ahead and jump in, and I'll see you guys on the inside of the strike. See if we can make this a smooth run. Alright, Guardians, so when you start in, you're going to have Cabal and Fallen pretty much going at it. So a couple enemies that I would search for first. Try and find the captain, depending on where he's at. He's one you really do want to focus on, trying to drop the shield, get him pretty much in the mix if you can. Try and work on taking the Fallen out, get that captain. Once the captain is down, definitely turn your focus towards some of these Incendors. Try and get one of them to start dropping their shield, possibly trying to explode as well. And then if you need, you're going to get some heavy ammo, so possibly some explosions from the Incendors can serve you fairly well, depending on the Scions, of course. Watch their little snipes. And their explosions, when you finally get them to go, serve you fairly well. Grab some ammo, and let's get the door open. Now, I do want to make sure I try and save one rocket at a minimum for the captains that are going to be up around the corner. So once you get the hacking going on, get over here, make sure your rocket's reloaded. Also good to save one grenade for this door. So as soon as you can run through here, get a little verticality, and try and throw a grenade at this door over here. And then once you can kind of try and get a rocket over there as well, see if you can kill both of these captains quick. And that will really help kind of speed the process along of dealing with some of these initial enemies. The Fallen up top. And don't forget about those canisters. Your next thing you really want to focus on is going to be the Thresher. Now, it's going to be a pain in the butt for a little while, but depending on what you got to do to try and work it down, just find some way to get ability to shoot sight an engine or something like that so you're out of view of the gun. And this is kind of always the way you want to fight those Threshers. Make sure you don't have the line of sight. Make sure the gun can actually not hit you or the explosions, and just trying to find a way. The wall's always a good thing to try and save your butt a little bit. But again, yeah, if it goes to readjust, just get to where you can see, some cover, see a corner of an engine, shoot it down. If you got a rocket, it goes down in two, so it's pretty easy if you got a rocket. Mine are just sitting over there from the captain. So, those are down. I'm going to push up a little bit. Damn, almost got to that orb, but not quite. Alright, so now I got to fight through. So you're going to have a lot of enemies out there, so a grenade out towards the center should serve fairly well. And then also potentially one of these explosive cannons should actually do you a lot of good. So if you can get a shield off of a resilient captain, work on it fairly focused. It's an important one to drop quick and early. You're going to have some honored failings out there, things like that as well. You just have a lot of enemies to kill here right now, so just work on picking off what you can. At some point, there are going to be Vandals that kind of basically pop from the outside, so watch for those. Not the easiest things to kill. And it can be a little liberal with your heavy ammo. You're going to have a lot that comes to you. So depending on what you're fighting, how many enemies you get out there, you're going to be able to get some of that heavy ammo back. Apparently something is going to town on my wall over here, so this is cute. Those two should go down fairly quick. Also get some orbs from some of that creation as well. I'm going to run down here trying to get some ammo, some orbs. This is probably going to be what I would call not a smart version of what I'm doing. But if you can get to a little bit of cover, it seems like the Vandals are up, so watch over to your left. Couple 4 shots depending on if they're hiding or not. And let's take a look around the corner and see what remains. We got some more Vandals. And just keep working these guys down. If you can get a nice back shot on those phalanx. You have one named guy down there you kind of really do have to take care of. Now, if I can get a grenade out there towards both of those, be it the captain, so I can work him down as he's fighting, you know, the Cabal guy. It's a good way to kind of really spread your focus. Sometimes the captains, of course, really get to be a bit annoying. Watch your health so you're not getting too worked over. And then that captain, it's always a way to take him out if you got a few of those canisters left. See how many of these guys are up. A couple more captains over here. But you got a lot to work on up here, so you got a lot of points in this first section. Especially on a prestige mode, you're going to be able to get a lot of points. Once that ship finally comes in, you'll know you've done enough to kind of push the next phase along. Couple Vandals here. I'm probably going to end up cleaning this whole section out before I even go grab the orb. Well, lots of ammo to pick up, so may as well enjoy the pickups. Little detour here, pick up some ammo, lots of stuff, kind of get fully stocked. It's also a good thing to save your super for this section coming up. I'll show you guys why here in a second. So once you get rolling, you can kind of get a decent little run here, a little burst of energy as you're running along. But typically what I will do, start sprinting as much as you can, get a little tap here, run straight across, and once you dunk this, don't stop running. Anything like a large explosive super like Striker, Void Bomb, a couple grenades and something powerful, just skip all of these guys. They're going to be fighting, and this shield is going to drop. Now when this shield drops, you're going to have these enemies come out of back here. You can finish them off with the super, and you're going to have the one named enemy that you need to kill back here as well. If you can kill him, you literally can have the door open that you need to fire. Now, if you want to get a little extra points, if you're doing this with a group, you know, some of you guys can turn around, focus on some of the Vandals, things like that. Maybe throw a grenade, and just get a little bit of work done that way as you guys are working on killing some of these. Try and take a second, pick, you know, one of these guys off. There's plenty of ammo there. Apparently that dude, I don't even know where he came from, but I'm going to take my heavy ammo and run. But it's a good way to get a little few extra points if, you know, one of you guys is able to charge ahead. You also got some shanks up here. Nice way to get some quick double kills between, like, Better Devils and some type of masterwork. You're going to have a few Vandals down below as well. If they push across, it's a great way to kill them all, even though apparently I only got credit for one of them, but that'll work. So this next section you're going to want to run through and speed through fairly quickly. There's one Colossus that can ruin this whole little trip. So I'm going to run over to the left, kind of jump up in the back entrance, or what I would say almost kind of a relatively reclusive entrance. And then as soon as you get there, you really got to keep running. If you got to even pop a shield, some way to get to cover. I can pop a shield as a Titan, but as a Warlock, I really would work on keep running. So try and make this as smooth of a transition as you can. When you come down here, get focused and really try and run up on this. Then you're going to hit up here. And what you want to do is really try and go straight across, trying not to pull the focus of that Colossus. Nice thing is the sooner you get up here, he hasn't quite been able to turn around yet, and you can skip those enemies. Now, I mean, there's a few points involved in there, but they're not worth the time, so I would just go ahead and skip them. Pretty good run so far, I'd say. Not too shabby.
We're coming for you, Zahn.
Alright, this next room you are going to have, for one, some rockets to use on a big old thing called a tank. But before you get to shooting it, I would kind of tick it off a little bit, so because sometimes if you shoot one rocket, it might shift out of the way. So just be careful with its main shot, depending on what it wants to do. If you can get it to stand still, and you can hit it in the upper deck, it's a nice way to drop some of those shots. Now, depending on how much damage you do to the tank and eventually pull it over, just focus on the crit points. It's going to be the thrusters that keep it off the ground. And you'll have some Vandals out here in the middle. Of course, they'll be doing their thing. But at some point, when you do enough damage or kind of wait time frame long enough, you're going to be able to get some Cabal to come out and get in the fight as well. So watch for the big cannon on top. Make sure you either line of sight it or just get out of its range. Now the Cabal are coming in, so they're going to get into the fight against the Fallen. So I know the ship is Cabal, but the actual enemies kind of on the upper deck are going to be Cabal as well. So if you can spend some time and work on those. Now, you're going to get some heavy ammo back, so if you just want to finish this tank off, wait for a second, try and put a rocket square into the middle. You should get close to finishing it off. Sometimes the crits work well, you know, the explosive rounds. Sometimes you just smooth miss, and it's just kind of crappy luck. That is a shot you do not want to get hit by. I will warn you of that one pretty drastically. Now again, if I'm having really terrible luck, hopefully a grenade will finish it off. I was apparently a little short with that grenade, so that actually sucks even more. I need one engine. There we go. Alright, so I finished it off. I'm going to grab the ammo as I run by, and then you got to come up to this first terminal. From here, you should be able to get a little work done on some of these enemies across the way. So make sure you got a little cover, get some ammo, and look for the tracer shanks. They're going to be across the way depending on how much has happened. You also can find some of the marauders who are stealthing. It's a nice way to pick some of those off before you get over there. Yeah, tracer shanks could be around. Look for your cloaked enemies. You'll have a few of them. Quite a few marauders are actually out there. So just see what you can find and shoot. There's another tracer shank up top. Make sure you don't skip out on that one. You'll have a captain over there. Might be able to get a little damage from that. Captain up top. Marauder, he fell down. Somewhere in there. There we go. So once I get a decent amount down, I will start pushing across. Grab a little ammo as well. You'll have a few captains here, so you definitely want to make sure you have some type of arc weapon. That's again why the arc scout rifle is actually serving me pretty well, due to the large number of captains you're going to be facing. Now the marauders hurt on account of their wonderfully... That was a lot of orbs. And that one typically will tend to charge up. So, got some orbs up here. You don't have to use your super here, but it actually feels like I probably could. Just with all of these orbs. I don't even know why that dude exploded in orbs. That is kind of crazy, so I'm going to just go ahead and go for it. Hopefully I can pick these back up. And then if I can get these orbs back, this will be a fairly efficient run. Nice. Half my super. And by the time I need it again, I'll be in good shape. So last captain down here, he's going to go down in about 3 seconds. Yeah, don't know why I had that explosion of orbs, but I will happily accept it. Alright. Come on up to the top and we'll pull the Cabal down for the next area. Get your rockets ready and a grenade, hopefully, so you can kill this tank fairly quickly. Oh, terminal's over here. So these guys are going to come down from the top. Just good time to check reloads.
Hawthorne, you're not going to believe this.
Now, if you can throw a grenade pretty much right on the tank and then shoot him somewhere in the top once he lands, it's a good way to work on a lot of those guys in a fairly quick fashion. Good chunk of damage on the tank as well. Apparently that what I did almost nothing to that tank, so that was not my best run on shooting that tank in the face. I don't quite know how. That did a little bit more. So you can work on the enemies, you can work on the tank as kind of a more major focus. Pick your battles. I might save one grenade for the dogs that are coming out. If you have Orpheus Rig and a Hunter with Tether, you can almost infinitely tether these dogs. It's kind of insane. I got a little closer than I wanted it to. Jeez. Alright, so that wheel is down. Crit spot's done there. So watch your cover placement. You'll have one major that you do have to kill back there, so watch for him. Now, probably going to get some more heavy ammo from the dog, so I will dump a little more of this into that tank. He can't go very far, so it's a decent chance to finish him up. Come on, I need like one bullet in that tank. Just die already, please. There. Alright. Alright, so kill the last couple enemies. Failings down here, you can always shoot them in the toes. And then you'll have the one major up here as well. Get ready to focus him down. He's actually not too terrible. Grab a little ammo as you're running around. And let's see. Just try and strafe a little bit to work this guy down. You want to kind of be up on this platform so you're ready to take the dogs out from a somewhat close placement, because that door is not going to take too long to open. So just be ready to kill the dogs. This guy apparently doesn't want to die. Trying to save my rockets a little bit here. There we go. Now you're going to have a lot of fun. I could drop a grenade and kill them all, but for orb's sake and point's sake, I'm going to try and just shoot them all. Well, I got a few. And you'll get plenty of heavy ammo from these guys too, so if you do want to drop something like a grenade, you probably could be alright with it. And they're nice to kill for points because they're elites. But lots of orbs, lots of heavy ammo. But again, if you've got a hunter with you, that Orpheus rig is going to be just insane. You can tether, tether, tether. It's got enough enemies there. I don't know if the elites count as more or what. But all those enemies are going to be lots and lots of orbs that you can, for one, recharge your team super. And then two, just keep getting points from orbs. So it's kind of a nice double bonus there. Alright, so once you come in, if you've got one grenade up, I might throw it on the boss. If you've got plenty of rockets, I might throw those as well. Sorry, hack the terminal. Mental lapse there, my bad. I was like, come on, door, open. Oh, my bad. Alright, so it doesn't take much to send the actual boss on, so if you can just put a few shots into him, you might actually just send him back anyway and save yourself a rocket. So come on through, the boss will be up top here. Shoot him if you can. He's going to spawn some Scorpius, so you do want to make sure and take those out. Those little flamethrowers are pretty brutal. Then once you've got those flamethrowers, just put some shots into him. See if you can push him backwards. It doesn't really serve you much benefit to get anything major on him. So I'd throw a grenade probably over... Well, it was totally wasted, but... anything you can basically to move that boss back. But again, there are Fallen up there, so if he's getting some work done for you, that's not a terrible thing as well. Watch out for the good old servitors, though. They are a blast. And of course, they do the shields, so you really want to kind of drop those guys if you can get a shot on them, so they're not shielding 17 other Fallen. So the boss did pull back one, so I would come up here. Be good if I could actually jump properly. And work on these enemies here. So you can tell they've actually taken a little bit of damage. And again, this is a point where it's probably going to be a waste of a rocket, but I'm going to have some coming from him anyway, so I may as well just enjoy using it. One more bullet. Well, of course it's one more bullet. There. Alright, grab the orbs, grab the ammo, see if anything else is up top. Most of it should be down below. So while stuff is down below, you can actually take this time and get a couple quick double kills if you're going for orbs from the Scorpius. And if you can get a grenade on that little platform up there, it should serve you fairly well on multiple accounts. But when you got big guy there, watch him. It's going to hurt a little bit. Pretty much just need to push the boss along though. As those are majors, if he's still standing there, I'm going to basically just try and hit those guys all together with a nice explosive rocket shot. Now apparently they're a bit focused on me, so I might pull back a little bit. I am really low on ammo for some reason. Apparently these guys are also low on health, so that I call one shot away. So that was cute. A lot of orbs down there, some points. Grab some orbs, grab some ammo. Heavy as well is down there. I'm just going to try and hit you square in the nose. Boss won't move. Get some good damage up there, some nice explosions. Work a couple of these enemies down, and then really try and focus on those Centurions next. If you can get them from farther away, they may not jump in the air, and you can also kind of avoid their little more brutal attack. So right now they're even working on Fallen, so I can just shoot him in the back, which works well. One at a time, get him nice and focused down. Come on. I'm even shooting the little fins on top. Well, that's why you don't have a cape or anything that I can shoot above. There we go. Next one, of course, same thing. So many shots to take these guys' shields down. But there are no orange bar Centurions out there in the final room, so it's actually not so bad. And using them to put some damage into the Fallen, well, I'll take it. So, once those guys are off the upper deck, work on the guys that are going to kind of limit you from finishing this room up here. And you can see, you're going to be fighting both sides, so if you get a little help from both sides, I'm not going to argue with it. Couple extra orbs, few more points are still coming. Trying to get the points I can while I can, because the boss room is going to be a bit slower. A little more time, but close to 20,000. That's actually not too terrible. Get up top. Oh, it'd be great if I could jump again. There. Grab some ammo. The orbs, I don't need them for my super. Ammo I do, but interact with this so you can get the actual Cabal drop to get going. Pretty good run so far, though. Not too shabby. No complaints as of yet. You got these guys going to fall down. Try and pick them off fairly quickly. Fairly speedy run. There we go. I got one straggler here. I'll just take my time, get a nice solid clean headshot. Last little points I'm probably going to get till I get to the top. Now at this point when you damage the boss, it will actually stick. So, alright Guardians, once this thing really starts to climb, just be ready for the boss to appear above you. You can do a rocket, you can throw a grenade, kind of whatever you think you can actually get to hit him. I'd hide behind this box. If you're doing rockets, I wouldn't like try and shoot under it. Definitely shoot off to the side. But as soon as he peeks his head out, you can start getting a few shots. He's going to have a little sniper kind of similar to Brachion. So if you can get a grenade to actually hit him in the face, not square over his head like I just did. There. Now when you get up to the top level, back off a little bit, because you got all that giant flamethrower stuff hitting you. So look for your Scorpius in the back. And you can take those out real quick. There's 4 of them. Now, there's a fourth one that's usually easier to just hit from over here, so I just like to kind of move over here. And then at this point, you can start working the boss down. Pretty much what you're trying to do. Now, there's something funny I've done before, too. Is if I can get him over here, and he doesn't see me, I've actually come up all the way behind him before, which is hilarious. So if you don't double jump, typically you don't activate him. Run around behind him. I'm going to see if he sees me. I've had him roam around that lower deck before and just, like, not know I'm here. Yep, he is just standing there. Now, it'd be great if I could just dump all of everything I've got in this, but we won't. Now, there's two ways you can fight the boss. You can either dump a whole bunch of damage into him, so he fires the flare straight away, or if you don't do that, then he's going to be up at the top firing at you. So the easier one, so you have less to deal with, do some damage, and then we're going to do some super fun on him. Now, that should be enough to push him. Yep. So he's farther down. If you can keep firing at him, get a little more damage on him as he's running away. He should shoot the flare straight away and hopefully just kind of close his dome so you don't have to worry about him. Kind of makes this process a little easier. I didn't quite get there. So I gotta go get in some cover now and work on the ads. So now with the ads, if there's a grenade that lands underneath you, just be careful. Thresher is up, so the dome is up. The only problem with getting his dome section done is the fact that you have to deal with the Thresher, and that gets a bit rough. Now that Centurion is probably your main first focus. There's a lot firing at me, and this is not great cover.
Use an overcharged solar cell when you need one.
At least let me get some rockets, and then I just dump my super. Alright, I feel like I should just restart this thing. I know it's stupid, I just want to finish it for a try at the damn Sparrow. Alright, Guardian, so as you rise up, be ready for him to appear. Now you can throw a grenade at him once you get a decent viewpoint. You can dump some rockets into him. Pretty much whatever damage you're going to do is just going to be something to move him along. So once you get to a certain point, I like to not miss with my rocket, even if I take one shot. And then once I hit him with one, pull back so you're not dealing with all the flamethrowers. They are fairly aggressive. So the Scorpion's hurt. You'll have 4 of them. There's 2. Here's 3. And then if the boss isn't in the way, I can actually get to number 4. There we go. Ow. Alright, so at this point, most of the time within this fight, the way his sniper kind of works, if you have some cover between you and him where you can kind of see his head, but his little laser sight is hitting the cover in front of you, you're actually probably going to be alright, so just enjoy the cover and pump some damage into him. And you do this when he's on top of the pillars. All this sections will work this way. Pretty much what you're trying to do is get him about 2/3 through this first bar of health. Once you're done with that, he will actually jump up to the top, and you'll notice when he starts sprinting, just like that. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can dump a bunch of damage into him and pull the first wave of ads out, which are going to come anyway. Or, if you want to pop like a super there, you can pull basically all the ads, but then you also have him shoot the flare straight up, and you've got to deal with the Thresher. Now, the problem with the Thresher is that it kind of sucks to fight that one straight away. But you also now, I've got to manage the boss. So that's the other problem with this. Now, I'm pinched between 2 sets of ads right now, which isn't a great place to be. But I can get some orbs for my super. Still need to find that Legionary. He is down at least. I don't want to die right now, please. Thank you. And one more ad. There we go. I'd like to get an orb as well, if possible. Maybe a couple, full super. There. Alright. So reload. And we're going to do enough damage on everything on him, so we pull the next wave of ads. I'm a little low in the ammo department, so it does seem I'm going to be using my scout rifle. Same thing as before. This works as pretty decent cover up here. Get him to shift around a little bit. He'll eventually settle on one position. He may shimmy back and forth. But that little plating on this turbine seems to work for cover. And I can just continue to dump my damage into him. You're trying to get him to fire that flare up, close the dome, and you're going to pull more ads, but you're also going to pull a thresher. Now the ship you want to focus on, for sure, fairly quickly. Or just make sure you're in cover. Now I haven't quite figured out the best place to get cover. But I'm actually probably going to try and be a little closer down here underneath this side of ads. A little low on the ammo department. Now, I would probably advise actually trying just your super here. Come back here. You're gonna have a few more ads. Thresher will be around. So the nice thing about killing those guys quick, you don't have as many guys firing at you all at once, and then you can focus on the Thresher first before it gets a little too hectic. There's one more dude out here somewhere. I know the Thresher's out there. You. I want him dead, and then the ship comes next. Where you at, dude? Hi. Okay, so not a lot of ammo, but same thing as before. Try and find a piece of the ship. Now you can shoot a Thresher out of the sky with about 2 rockets, but if you want to save your rockets for something else, then just keep watching cover. Main thing is you just line of sight that gun and you will not die. There's a decent amount of cover to avoid the Thresher. It's just kind of a tough spot to fight a Thresher out in the open, so I wouldn't advise trying to do that one. It gets a bit dicey. And dead. So maybe he dropped some ammo for me. We'll see if there's any ammo up here. There's not much up here. That orb went away. And guess I'll go run around and see if there's anything else that's beneficial. So now just so you guys know, there's a bit of a cheese method. The way it works is with bigger grenades like Vortex and Solar. You can see he's standing up there and I can't quite hit him because he's immune. But if you can get through the shield, basically a pulse that's big enough, you can actually do damage to him. So let's find out exactly where he is. So he's standing pretty much square under me here. Now you can hit the side of the wall or you can hit underneath him. Basically the Vortex doesn't seem to be big enough, but the idea is the pulse is going to hit him through the shield and you're going to be able to use that as a cheese method. So Solar and Vortex grenades on the Warlock work really well for that. Hunter, I don't think you get a whole lot of options, and apparently the Vortex, or the Pulse, doesn't work for the Titan. I've tried it like 3 different times. So, we're going to pick up our Solar Charge. You're going to have 6 ads that spawn. So you're going to have 2 regular Legionaries and then 1 Major Legionary, so we'll focus on these guys first. Not too bad, just make sure you occasionally pick up the Solar Orb. You can hit your ammo button to drop it back down. Honestly, I can probably punch this guy in the face with this. Grab a little bit of ammo that drops. Nice thing about the majors, the elites will give you a little bit of heavy ammo. Depending on that dude's shotgun blast, try and make sure you got some decent cover when you face off with these guys. Their shots will kind of go all over the place, but if you can avoid them, Centurion goes down pretty quick. Pick up your Solar Charge again. We'll head on up to the 2 Legionaries. And then just make sure you're hitting them, not shooting slightly to the side. Really, dude? You're going to be the one that saves the day by hiding in cover? Apparently you are, because I can't hit you. Alright. Pick the charge back up. Grab any ammo. Now, what I would say do, when this shield opens, you're going to have like 2 seconds to do some damage to him. You can get a couple shots in there. Once it opens, he's typically not going to get that shot off. He's going to fly over you. So, but keep running. Now, one thing I would advise, and it may sound obvious, but I've died this way before, so don't jump up on this platform and use it as cover until the fire completely diminishes and it actually settles in. It's good cover, just don't use it until the fire's gone. Now, you're going to have 2 sets of Scorpius back here. He'll kind of hover between those 2 for wave 1, but you also have a whole lot of dogs coming your way. So when they come up, something like Better Devils can actually work fairly well. But if you drop that right up there, Now, the funny thing is the dogs are like literally probably on the other side of that wall. So for some reason being like 3 inches below them, they can't get to me. So as soon as you come up, then the dogs will find you. They'll creep around the corner, watch your cover, and you'll have more coming your way as well. Well, there's a level, just because that's what I needed. And there's a lot of them that come in here, so you could get hit from both sides. Grab some orbs, grab some ammo. That'll hurt. Now, just because you think you're done with the dogs, I've had them come in almost 3 waves sometimes. So just know you might not be done if you're just sitting down at sites picking them off. Usually the time to reload is to check. And we got to work his health down again to the next little bar. Now, rockets tend not to be effective. For some reason, he's just like, hey, rocket's coming, I'm just going to step to the left. And he's got all day to do it. So, save those for another time. I'll serve you better. Maybe killing the Thresher a little quicker might be a good option. This is just a slow process, no doubt about it. Now, if you get him to move a little bit, now he may be pulling more dogs. Yes, he is. That usually is that apparently like display he's got coming. Try and actually use this other gun for a minute so I can get some more ammo for my hand cannon, because it's quite low. And there it goes. See, that is totally a juggler thing. You don't get ammo until you use the other gun, and then poof, 2 of them show up. I know somebody even did testing on that recently, and it's like basically 66% that you will actually kind of like 66% of the time juggler is actually in effect. So this is the second stage of Scorpius over here. So make sure you drop those 2. Might have to shift to the other side so you can see it. Can't tell if I'm shooting him or the Scorpius. Aye. There's your straggler. There's always one. I want to hit the damn Scorpius right now. Well, doesn't seem to want to let me hit it, but that's fine. I'm gonna get out. Oh, there he moved. He's like defending it. You want to get him to about half health, so if you want to push up a little bit so you're in a different position, you can. Get a little closer. Start working him down. Because when he jumps out, or jumps up again, you're going to have another wave of ads, so just be ready for those. Watch your cover. I'm just low on all ammo departments right now. There's a little hand cannon underneath them, that's why I'm trying to use that. Get a little closer. I'll probably push him. Yep, I did right there. So I got some hand cannon ammo up here. Now, I would try and save my super for the next phase. So depending on how many of those guys I killed, I do want to find that Centurion. But watch for that boss. So far, these guys are funneling fairly nicely. Only got a couple more to go, probably. Need to find the Centurion first. Oh, and then that happens because that's cute, and he's like, I'm gonna teleport. Wow. Not very nice. I don't like teleporting, thank you. I will shoot you in the face because of that. Centurion's around here somewhere. He's gonna pop behind me. Nope, yep, nope, nope. Where is he? Still don't know where he's at. One more dude. There he is. Get him to pop in the air, and then you usually finish him off. Ow, till that shotgun blast just vaporizes me. Well, saving my butt there. Alright. There. That Centurion will just hit you sometimes harder than you expect, and if you're in the wrong position with the boss too, it's a really bad spot. Alright, same principle, gotta do enough damage to get him to pop the shield up. Try and get a little closer to him this time, maybe. I can't even see him. Where's he at? Hey, bud. That actually might work very well. Get a little damage on him that way. And if you can get a grenade in there before he shoots the flare, that actually might work very well. Get a little extra work on him. Almost got that rocket on him. But you're going to have some ads coming out. Find that Centurion. He's your main priority. And so is that ship. Seriously with the grenades, guys. Now, for that Thresher... Now, depending on my cover situation here, there's a lot of grenades on the other side of this wall. I want to kill that Thresher before it actually gets a chance to do much to me. Duck down, hug this cover. This actually kind of works. They're really close to me, though. Now I could use my super, but as the boss may be something I want to use it on to finish him quick. When he goes into crazy mode, I'm going to save it for now. Because these guys are a little more slow and controlled because I got the rest of the ads. And the Thresher's down. I would love to get some type of heavy ammo, but I am out right now. There we go, alternating back and forth. And looks like I got them all. Grab ammo because I'm in dire need like all the time. Give me ammo. Now he's in his little dome right now. Again, this is that cheese method time frame. If you're struggling, especially on prestige, but it does take certain types of grenades. He's really buried in there too. So same principles before. Pick it up. You're gonna run over and dump the damage on him. I'm probably gonna get like one rocket from this wave of ads, and then after that I'm pretty much running out of options for quick damage, so it's probably just going to be me and my super and hoping. So what you want to do, again, same thing, Centurion, always try and find him, pick him off from range so that shotgun blast isn't just messing your day up. Try and find him if you can. If you get that shield to drop at all, keep firing at him. There. Shield drops, then you can pick these up. The other guys aren't quite so bad. So look for your Legionaries. You don't have to worry about the boss. He's not going to be an issue at the moment. Kill one, pick your orb up, bring it back with you. I can kill him in like 5 and he's still a big boy. Almost there, guys. Almost there. And you got a few more ads up here. Should be another Centurion, so make sure you get a little farther away when you're trying to tackle him. That'll help a little bit, so you can tag him without really worrying about as much. Where is he? I know he's over there. Yep. Try and get him to peek out, but if you can range him, then you're going to be a little better off trying to kill him, because he can't shoot me back here. He's just floating in the air using a jetpack, looking like, hey, what's up? I am floating, and I'm being shot at. Once he's down, you're good. So you can actually at least range those guys. See if we can get a nice strong finish here. Let those grenades explode. Grab your charge. Alright, this will be the final push. Now when you pull him down, his gun is going to change to like an arc shotgun. So range is important. You can try and dump a super. He has this little flame underneath him. It's a bit much. I've got 2 grenades and a rocket, so I'm going to try and do what I can to finish him fairly quickly. So see if you can find where he's going to land. See if I can hit him with that as well. Keep working him down. Watch that shotgun blast. You can get a grenade on him up here maybe. That'll get some work done. Of course he jumps away. Trying to get him down to about a third. So I'm going to try and finish him here with just a super. Come on. If I don't, this is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to get out of there. I got most of my damage on him. Gonna try and get some health back with this. Now he's charging after me, so you really gotta try and move. Watch for some ads and cover right now. Need to get a little health back. Scions are up. So many Scions right now. Holy crap. There's no way that thing makes it all the way over here. Are you kidding me? Boss is back. So that's why it's good if you're by yourself to find some way to finish him. Rally Barricade, Nova Bomb. But at this point I think I should be able to finish him somewhat safely. I just need to find these last Scions so I'm not getting picked off. There's a rocket holder. At least that's some heavy ammo. There we go. Got an orb back as well. Boss is still running around like a crazy man. He's chumming for me. Come on, just die already. Where'd you go? So we get a grenade shot on him. He's just chasing you all the time now. He's in rage mode for sure. Almost there though. So I finished him earlier on another run. It's probably because I had more rockets and super ammo. Come around, where you at? I know you're gonna jump and fly at me. Or charge me like crazy. God. Get a little health burst there. Might even get him to run through it. Where's he at? Almost done. This is the slow method. That's why a big burst is the better way to finish him, because he gets a bit crazy. Come on. And he's being really warpy, but we did finish him, albeit the ultra slow method. Let's go see if anything fun dropped from the chest.
Let's hear some chatter out there, huh?
And chest vomit.
You can handle the chatter for a while.
Nothing good. No sparrow. But that is going to be the arms dealer for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the run. If you guys were watching me on Twitch, it was a bit of a tragedy, but it's done. So I will get this one posted up for you guys. But thank you guys for wherever you're watching it. As always, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a comment, share it with somebody if you want. You guys can follow me on twitch.tv/Ebontis, twitter.com/Ebontis, and right here. If you guys enjoyed the videos, subscribe, hit that alert bell, and always look forward to having you guys watching the videos, comment, everything. So thanks for the support as always, and I will see you guys soon. I know the timer's high. There were some deaths in here, but I just wanted to finish this for you guys. So have a good one. I'll see you soon.